A clone trooper stood in front of Count Dooku's son, alone and defenseless against the intimidating hooded figure.
Where is the shield generator for the Kamino base located? And before you answer, think very carefully about what you say, for this very well may be your final words.
I I don't know. It's above my security clearance. The hooded figure grew increasingly angry, and through the will of the Force pushed the clone to his knees and ripped off his helmet.
Now think again. This is your last opportunity.
I told you, I don't know, you Sith scum. The soldier's neck broke and he fell to the ground. Dooku's droids placed him with the others before him. Then they went to get a new one from the prisoner's bay. Rico was at a board meeting with Racket, Windu, Captain Rex, Flashpoint, and Flack. Alright, boys, first order of business. Welcome back Flack, who has been recovering from his wounds sustained at the Battle of Kashyyyk, Rico said. The group nodded to Flack, who was thankful to get back to work. Okay, now on to the war. No major battles seem to have occurred between us and the Empire in a few months. Well, really since we killed Rookie on Ryloth and recaptured the planet. But I don't think that means they're considering any sort of peace agreement. That's not the way the Emperor conducts business. I want all planets bordering the Imperial territory to be on red alert. There's no sense in getting sloppy because of a few good months. Flack, I want you in charge of these defenses. Yes, sir. But what about Jade and Dooku? Flack responded. I was about to get to that, actually. We also haven't heard anything from Jaden since he met with me and exposed Rookie. But we all know that meeting didn't exactly go very well. We currently have Racket's fleet poised over Geonosis doing reconnaissance on the planet's defenses. It appears that he is currently expanding his droid army in preparation for what surely will be a massive attack, so we must be ready for that as well. Racket has been put in charge of planet's defenses that surround Geonosis. What is our current clone army's numbers and production output on Kamino? Mace Windu asked. Flashpoint, who had taken over the duties on Kamino, spoke up. Right now, Kamino is running at full capacity. Each month, we produce around 500 million clone troopers ready for battle. In total, right now, our army stands at 20 billion clones. We are still small compared to the Empire, but we stand a much better chance than when we started out. The Empire has grown to about 100 billion stormtroopers in total. These numbers are looking good. Rico, how are things going with the planets that we own now? The population seems happy, Mace. Our census shows population growth and average family incomes have gone up across the board. I still don't like how we're being called Rico Nation, but I mean, it's flattering at the very least. Still can't believe they didn't go with Rex Land. That's a dang shame, Rex interjected. Well, that is a shame, but I think this meeting is adjourned. Good work, everyone. Rico called the meeting to a close. Back on Geonosis, Dooku's son had finally gotten the information that he wanted out of the captured clone troopers. He sent a small band of commando droids to a moon circling Kamino that held the shield generator for the cloning facility. The droids killed the clones and deactivated the shield generator. Dooku's son deployed a large army of commando droids on Kamino's platforms and ordered a raid on the facilities. Flashpoint would have to defend Kamino from this sneak attack. Hey guys, what's going on? Daily Tactics here, and I am back with another episode of Rico's Brigade, but not just any episode, Season 2, Episode 1. The long-awaited release. It's been probably like a month since I released it. Last week I did a teaser trailer, which did say that on the 29th it would be uploaded at 9 a.m. That was a lie apparently because I ended up having to do something yesterday where I just wasn't able to record, so I'm recording it now, and I hope you guys don't mind too much. It's slightly delayed. Maybe it hypes up the release a little bit more. Who knows? Either way, we are back with some more Rico's Brigade. And as you could probably tell from that intro, Count Dooku's son is sending in some commando droids in these little pods. They've launched them onto Kamino, and they're going to be doing a raid on the Kamino platforms, hoping to shatter some of the defenses here, maybe take over a few of the cloning facilities. Who knows? But the person defending is our very own Flashpoint. He's chilling right over here with his men. And they've set up a fairly decent defense given how quick these commando droids launched their pods and landed. They just sort of pushed some boxes into the middle of platforms in an attempt to get some defenses ready to hold the lines. This is a very, very important planet to Rico. The Dooku's son didn't send enough troopers to actually take the planet. And he probably has his reasons for that. But if the commando droids actually win here, there could be a full-fledged invasion of Kamino. If these commando droids manage to weaken the defenses enough, which could be very threatening to Rico's brigade. So a lot had rides on this first episode here. So yeah, the commando droids do have a lot of health because they're commando droids. You know, they're supposed to be elite units. In the Clone Wars TV series, we see that they can take many hits without dying, compared to the clones who don't have as much health, but they've also got the defensive advantage. So either way, let's go ahead and press start. And it looks like, yep, the commando droids are walking forward. Oh, but we are just getting immediate fire from the clones. It looks like they noticed that the commando droids were walking about. These guys are kind of hugging their pod here, trying to shoot from around it. Clearly, they they weren't expecting to get shot at this early and be caught in the open like this, but hey, things happen. The other commando droids over here got a little bit farther, but they're just getting heavily suppressed on this railing. They're getting a few shots out themselves, but they're hurting a little bit. How's it going over here? It looks like these clones are getting attacked from two different sides. Some commando droids are over here, and there's a whole group of them over here. Sounds like a few clones are dying now. You know, we want to keep clone losses to a minimum, of course, but you know, this is going to be a tough fought battle. I don't see any really commando droids going down yet, but it is early in the battle. These guys are actually holding off nicely against a batch of commando droids themselves. They're just sort of narrowing down their fire. But it does look like they're doing a little bit of crossfire with these guys over here, trying to help out these clones who are getting absolutely creamed. The fact that they got attacked from two different sides was just brutal, and that is resulting in a lot of them dying, which is tough. The guys in the middle are faring fairly well. They've only taken 1 or 2 losses, and they've managed to kill a few of these commando droids that are on this platform. Good for them. Way to go, guys. That is Flashpoint's men that he's commanding himself. So, you know, he's pretty pro. Yeah, it looks like a few more commando droids died right there. These clones over here are... There's only 2 left, but they're trying to do their part in fighting off these commando droids. They're kind of sitting on the wrong part of cover, though, which sucks for them. Another commando droid goes down over here. That leaves only 1 left to defend that area. How's it going over here? A few clone troopers have died over here. No commando droids have died yet, and they're still firing away at these clones on this platform. Looks like they're still getting a few kills here and there, but they're being resisted by the clones fairly well. So this is a better defense. Let's see what's going on over here. The numbers over here have highly decreased. We're down to, well, now 4 troopers. That's not very good at all. They've only killed 1 commando droid over here. That's pretty tough. And they're getting some crossfire from these guys over here every once in a while. These guys will shoot down this way. We can see, actually, the commando droids are starting to walk forward. All of these clones have died, so now they'll be joining their droid brothers in other sections of the battle. Looks like Flashpoint's men are now fully engaged with these lads who destroyed this platform earlier. They're holding them nice and suppressed at this bridge, but there are a lot of them, so this is going to be tough to hold, but Flashpoint's in the thick of it. They don't have a lot of resistance from behind. Looks like this one commando droid is just walking from over here. These 2 clones are still getting some nice crossfire over there. It's good to see that they're helping out a little bit. This commando droid's going for a serious flank. The clones respond very fast in turn and nail him with a lot of fire. That's going to bring down his health tremendously. Clones over here actually haven't suffered a loss in a while. Okay, and now all of a sudden they start losing like tons of men. But they also haven't really killed many commando droids. They only got 1 kill over here. It's funny how certain parts of the defense are doing way better than other parts. But they're also getting a little bit of a side attack over here from these commando droids. So, you know, not really the greatest. And it's all sort of accumulating into the very middle here where Flashpoint is actually holding out. You know, every attacking commando droid is sort of navigating their way onto this platform and, you know, trying to combat the final clone defense over here, which is holding out rather nicely. and actually hasn't taken too many losses. It's helpful that this area over here is still holding out a little bit, so that way the clones on this platform don't have to quite worry about them just yet. I think that defense is going to fall eventually, though, but the fact that it's still helping out a little bit is pretty big. I will say that. But these guys are just getting creamed on by so many different angles. It must be very, very tough for them. These two clones over here are still pouring on a little bit of fire. It's going to be harder for them to hit anything just because of the sheer distance that they're firing from. But, you know, anything really helps in this situation where it's a very last stand, last defense, you know, all or nothing kind of a thing for Flashpoint and his men right now. Oh no, and this defense finally crumbled. These clone commandos are waltzing forward now, ready to join the battle, and that is going to open up the back lines of Flashpoint's men over here, which is not very good for them at all. It's going to split their army in half, which is no bueno. These commando droids here, I think they've got pretty good cover because they really haven't taken many losses compared to the other sections of commando droids. These guys are still holding out, just these random three on this bridge, still getting some nice shots in. Oh man, Flashpoint's defenses are starting to crumble. It is not looking too good for these lads, which is a dang shame. This could be an L for Rico's brigade here. They could sustain some damage to the cloning facility, which of course is exactly what they don't want, because now these guys are they're getting attacked from the flank, they're getting attacked from the front, they're getting attacked from the side. It really is a circle defense. Oh, here's the ones attacking from the side. These commando droids are just tough nuts to crack, especially if you don't have any sort of like artillery or heavy weapons, or if they're not close enough for grenading. You know, that can be a definite struggle. This guy over here is still alive. I think the clones aren't concentrating their fire enough on one group, so it makes it a lot harder for them to actually nail any of them and get any kills. Did Flashpoint die? No, Flashpoint's still alive. Flashpoint's still kicking. That's good. Though people around him are dying in droves. Oh god. Might only be a matter of time. Poor Flashpoint. Oh man. Flashpoint's taking a lot of heat. Don't go down, buddy. You got this. Oh, Flashpoint's dead. Oh, okay. So first loss of Season 2 of Rico's Brigade. Flashpoint goes down. And now his men, without command structure, are fighting away for their lives. Trying their hardest, but it's very, very little use. There's just no way at this point. There's too many commando droids. They've got too much health. And I think the biggest mistake that the clones made was they didn't concentrate their fire enough on certain units. You know, they'd turn over here, they'd turn over here, they'd turn over here, instead of just like all in one firing away at one group, which would likely destroy that group. Then they could turn and focus on another. Wow, that guy just got domed. Oh man. 3 men remain over here, bravely fighting it out, but I mean, there's very little use to it. These poor lads. They know their fate, but they're doing it for the Republic. Well, Rico's Republic. Alright. Alright, well, they're still fighting. I mean, I'm actually kind of impressed they've lasted this long. How are these two doing? These two finally died. They succumbed. It's tough. It's tough. Alright. And these 3 clones are now getting charged on all sides by the commando droids, who are just sort of creeping forward. They're smart droids, you know, they're not going to just rush them. They're going to take their time, try not to take any losses. But the clones are fearsome warriors, so they're still firing away, still trying to land some shots here. Except they are getting hit plentifully themselves. There goes 1, there goes 2, and the 3rd finally goes down. And that right there, my friends, is the end of this battle. So, I mean, the commando droids did lose men. They're the red ones, yellow are the clones. They lost 1 over here, 1 over here. They lost a bunch over here, like 10, 11 maybe. Let's see. Over here they lost 1. Over here, they lost none, which is kind of surprising. In total, they only lost probably like 15, 20 soldiers, and they have a lot remaining. These droids are just very, very powerful, and I think in the right context, Rico's brigade could definitely combat these guys easily. But, they just need artillery, they need tanks, they need stronger weapons that could actually like penetrate their armor instead of just DC-15A blaster fire. So either way, now the commando droids are going to go, destroy some stuff in this cloning facility. Remember, there are multiple platforms on Kamino, so some might have fared better than others. Some might be still alive, producing clones. Just this one in particular fell to these commando droids. And which is a bummer. But we will see Rico's response in the next episode of Rico's Brigade. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. Oh, remember to comment and subscribe if you haven't. Also, links to my Discord, Instagram, Overtone team, Twitter, all that fun stuff is in the description. If you'd like to follow me there, I'd appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you all later. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.